Okay, so now I'm going to be reviewing Psycho 4, The Beginning, which came out in 1990, and it's actually a TV movie, and it stars Anthony Perkins, Olivia Hussey, Henry Thomas, and it's directed by Nick Garris and written by Joseph Stefano, who was the original writer, script writer, I guess, screenwriter for the original Psycho. Um, Now Psycho and also has a small or it also stars C.C.H. Pounder, and it has a small part by John Landis, who most people know. He's a director. He directed horror-wise. He directed American Werewolf in London. He also did The Blues Brothers, Animal House, a bunch of comedies like that. Now Psycho 4, like I said, was a TV movie, so a lot of it is more low budget and pulled back, but I still think it's a rather decent movie. Now this movie takes place, I don't know when. I'm gonna guess sometime after Psycho 3. I guess 4 years after Psycho 3, because he mentions that 4 years ago he killed a bunch of people, and that would have been 1986. That's when Psycho 3 came out, because this movie came out in 1990. Well, there's a radio program going on about matricide, which is about, in this case, young men that kill their mothers. And C.C.H. Pounder is interviewing a bunch of people on the show, and she gets a call in by a mysterious caller who we know is Norman Bates, and he starts discussing his life, about how his life with his mother was, and why he decided to kill his mother, and how he turned into his mother, and stuff like that. And during when he's talking, he says that he wants to kill someone in his life, and you find out that it's his wife, because she got pregnant, and he doesn't want a child because he thinks that his insanity will spread to the child, and he wants his bloodline to stop at him. That's the basic plot of Psycho 4. Psycho 4 is basically a prequel movie with, I guess, kind of like a sequel. It's the ending chapter to the original franchise. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Psycho 4, but I do. I don't think it's that bad as most people claim. Now, I do like the show Bates Motel, but I don't think that the show did a lot of made a put a lot of points across. Like, in the show, it just seems like his mother was overbearing and kind of controlling, but not abusive, and like she wasn't like mentally or physically abusive, and kind of sexually abusive towards him, like the mother in this movie was. And I can see how Norman would go crazy in this one, but not really in the Bates Motel show. So, okay, now I like Olivia Hussey. She was really good in this. I mainly know her for Black Christmas, which I thought, like, she did a good job in that one too. But in this one, she is just a full-on bitch and psycho. And you can see why Norman would want to kill her later on. And the guy who plays, Olivia Hussey's boyfriend in the movie, Chet, that guy Chet, yeah, you could see why Norman would want to kill him too. But, yeah, I really enjoyed Olivia Hussey in it. I know she does overact a little bit in it, but it's a TV movie. You gotta work with what you got. Yeah, Henry Thomas, I only know Henry Thomas from E.T. He's a little kid in E.T. I've never seen House on Haunted Hill. Or not House on... No, the Haunted Hill House. That's the Netflix series. I never watched that. And I think he was in, like, Ouija Origins of Evil, but he had, like, a small part in that. But I didn't mind him in this one. Like, you could believe that he was a younger Norman Bates, because he pulled off, like, the meek, timid, quiet personality that Norman had. And you can kind of see, like, how he was submissive to his mother and stuff. I don't think his performance was that bad. I mean, it's not outstanding because he's not, like, emoting a lot, but I think it's just because it's Norman's personality as a child, when he was a teenager, I mean, and he hasn't fully developed it like in the original Psycho, because he's not an adult yet. But I thought he did a decent job. Some of the flashback scenes were pretty cool, like when Norman, like mainly his stuff with his mother, like how he interacts with his mother and stuff, and his mother interacts with him. Like, it makes you hate her so much, and you can see, like, why he would kill her. Like, there's a scene where she's just weird and sexual around him. It's just uncomfortable to watch some of these scenes. But, it's like during the summertime, and she's like really hot and stuff, and she makes him, make her tea and stuff, and she's like laying on a chair, and she's like, put this orange blossom water on my legs and all over me. So he is, and then like he's like going up. She's like starting my ankles and go up my legs and stuff. So he's like putting it on her ankles and moving up her legs. And it's just a weird, creepy, like sexual scene. Kind of, it's weird, man. And then like she grabs them and throws them on the floor, and they're like play wrestling on the floor. And I guess like he gets an erection from it, and then it doesn't show it, but it's implied. And she starts freaking out. She's like, "You're a nasty boy." She's like, I'll make you forget, uh, that you have one of those dirty things, this and that." And then like she grabs a dress and forces it on him and puts lipstick on him and calls him a girl, and then throws him in a closet, and then hands him like the tea pitcher to pee in. She goes, "If you need to go wee wee, you go wee wee in this." And then locks him in the closet. And I'm just like, bitch, you're fucking nasty and crazy. Like, ugh, fuck. I mean, the TV show nailed the creepiness too, between the mother and between the relationship between Norman and Norma. But this movie did too. And it's just like really uncomfortable to watch the scenes between them. And then later on when he poisons them, I thought that was really good. That was a really cool scene. Like how, but you're waiting because like she's taking forever to drink her tea, and Chet already drank his, and you're just waiting for him to start like throwing up and coughing and shit. And then she finally, which happens, but she drinks the tea, which I didn't understand, like why it instantly happened to her and not Chet, because it took him a while for it to get into his system. But I really enjoyed that scene. Yeah. I don't know much else to say about this movie. I do think it's a good movie. Like, the kills are not that memorable, but it's a TV movie. Like, he kills one girl that's trying to have sex with him, like, when he's a teenager. He kills her, he freaks out, and he dresses up as mother and, like, stabs her to death. Then one girl, and then he kills, like, this older woman that he's making out with in a car. And he strangles her, and she doesn't die, so he strangles her again, and then throws her into a trunk, and then drives it to the swamp. And then when the car's going down into the swamp, she starts freaking out and starts banging on the hood of the trunk of the car, and you're like, damn, she didn't die. And then he's just like sitting there going like that, like, yeah. And then yeah, like, the death scenes are not really that memorable, but that's because, like, maybe besides when he poisoned his mom and his stepfather, like, that was memorable, but and like I said, it's a TV movie, so they couldn't really do much with it. Um, and I think because Joseph Stefano, who was the original script writer for the original movie, maybe he wanted to pull it back and have it more in line with like the original movie. But yeah, the back and forth between C.C.H. Pounder and Anthony Perkins was really good. Uh, that now the thing with his wife and him and his wife and how he wants to kill his wife and stuff. Like I don't think the build up was that good to that because at the end, they meet up at his mom's old place at his mother's house, and he's trying to like attack her there. Not really, but it just didn't pay off that well to me, in my opinion. It didn't seem like she was in danger, and just the build up to it didn't seem like he was going to actually kill someone. And I mean, I like that he burns the house down at the end, and he has to face his demons at the end, like his mother, his stepfather, the first girl he killed, and the second girl he killed, and all that. And he's like, oh, you're like, finally, like, he's destroyed this part of himself now, and he can live his life. But that I like that, but like the build up to him trying to kill his wife or whatever, that wasn't. I don't think that was handled well. The flashback stuff was handled well. And I don't care what people say. Like I really enjoyed the flashback stuff. It made it more believable. Like this Norman, like why he would want to kill his mother, unlike the Norman in the TV show. I mean, I still like Bates Motel, but like I said, it just seemed like she was more like in the TV show. She was more overbearing and sort of manipulative, but not abusive. Not like the mother in this one. Like she was just a bitch. Like she was creepy and just sadistic and stuff. But yeah, anyways. That's my review of Psycho 4 in the beginning. It's not as bad as most people claim. It's, like I said, it's a TV movie, so it had a limited budget, and you could tell that it's more low budget. And don't expect the kills to be crazy and gory and flashy and stuff. Anyways, that's my review.